Hi, I'm Monster 1970. Today I'm going to be installing this replacement clutch master cylinder on my 1985 Honda Shadow VT 700C. I picked this master cylinder up off of eBay. Some people like to call them a China master cylinder. I'll post a link to it if you're interested in getting one. I installed one previously on my front brake master cylinder for a replacement, and knock on wood, it's working okay so far. Let's get to work. Okay, first thing I want to do is take my mirror off. That is a 17 millimeter, usually pretty tight. Let's take that off. There we go. I'm going to put a rag over here to hopefully catch some of this brake fluid as it comes out. There are two wires down here for the clutch safety interlock. So if it's in gear, you can press the clutch pedal in or the clutch lever in, and you'll still be able to start it. I'm going to loosen up this banjo bolt. And then I'm going to remove the two 8 millimeter bolts. I'm going to take these bolts the rest of the way off. Move this out of the way and let it hang over top of my turn signal. If it doesn't start leaking, I'm going to get my replacement. Loosen the bolts up on that. Slide that up over here. There's a little dimple up on top of the handlebars. That dimple should line up. And make sure you get the clamp on the upside. That dimple should line up where these two come together. Put these in finger tight for now. Slide it back. Ideally, it should be about as close to the handle grip or the grips as possible. Up. I'll have to go and torque these down then. Take this bolt off, banjo bolt. It's got two new washers on there, two new crush washers. I'm going to reuse them, or I'm going to use them. I shouldn't say I'm going to reuse them. And then I'm going to hopefully get this off here. It's a little snug. There we go. Put the bolts back in the old one. And this is the master cylinder that I showed you before in one of the previous videos. Whatever that was inside of there, it wasn't, I guess it was brake fluid and something else, grease, or I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to slide this up on here. Get my two connectors back on. Seem to be nice and snug. I'm going to route this up through here. Brush washers. One on the inside, one on the outside. Looks like there's a washer on there too. Seal. That's nice. Slide her back up on there. Taking these bolts out, these take a Phillips. Get into the cover. Take the cover off. There's usually a couple pieces in here. There we go. I'm going to fill this up. And then I'm going to see if I got any charge, any pressure. There we go, it's starting to come through already. Yep. I'd say it's good up on this end. Still a little bit of air in there, that'll work out. Oop, now it's starting to squirt up. Nice normal. Oop, be careful. Don't want to get brake fluid all over the place, that shit will eat through paint. Okay. Let me tighten that up. Tighten up a banjo bolt. We should be good with that. 12 millimeter. Gonna loosely tighten it for now. Cap back on. That. Put this on so I can read it. Put the screws back in. I'm probably going to have to adjust or check the fluid level again once I get the line bled out. So, everything looks like it's lined up properly here. Feels good. I'm going to torque up these bolts. Mounting bolts, I'm going to say probably 8 foot-pounds. There we go. Yep, that's good. I think I'm going to set this to 10 foot-pounds. This is your banjo bolt. Okay, I'm going to install the mirror. Adjust this out a little bit. tight. That might be good. It's got to be forward a little bit more. And I'll just demo up again once I sit on the bike. I'm going to go and install a wrench on here. This should be an 8mm. Loosen this up a little bit and tighten her back down. Just want her loose enough that I could get this on here. I'm going to bleed her line. Now what I'm going to do is pump up the brakes, or pump up the clutch, I mean. Hold it, open this up. Do that a couple times. Pump it up, release pressure. Pump it up, release pressure. Pump it up, and release pressure. One more time. It feels good. Clutch is working good. So let's see if I can get this off here. Try not to spill any fluid. Tighten this up the rest of the way. Just make her nice and snug. You don't have to gronk on it. And that should do it. Let's take another look at the fluid level. And I installed .3 brake fluid in this. Synthetic. And it's a little low. I'll put some more in there. Try not to get any on anything. Got this Prestone .3 synthetic brake fluid. I'm going to install in there. You can see half to 3/4 full. Should be good. There's a low level one there. Right there, if you can see that. But it's almost the whole way up. I'm going to put the cover back on. Make sure that I can read it, the cover instructions. There we go. Put the screws back in. Everything off. The operation, oh, that's a lot better. A lot better than what the old one was. No leaks. It's good. Well, that is it for installing the replacement clutch master cylinder on my 1985 Honda Shadow VT 700C. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And stay safe. Thanks for watching.